Okay, morning peeps. Let's try the solutions to those trigonometry problems.
Okay, so here goes then. Question 1. First thing you've got to do is to get the drawing right, and what you do with this is as follows. You are told you've got your building, and then you are 200 meters from it. So there's the 200 there, you are here, there's the building. And then the angle of elevation is this angle going up here, which in this case is 20. So there's the picture, there's the right angle. Okay? Now from there we go as usual with all the trig. So H is opposite the right angle, there she is. O is here, opposite the 20, and the other one therefore must be the adjacent. Now we want the height of the building, so call it X if you like. What do? We go X over 20 is O over A. O over A. What's O over A? Over A is tan 20. So now we've got an equation. What's the 20 doing here? It's, so X over 200, that should have been, that's 200, my mistake. X over 200 gives you, you're dividing by 2, oh no, that's rubbish. Bugger. Okay, so here we go with question 1. First thing you've got to do with all these questions is to draw the picture if they haven't drawn it already for you. The height of the building is usually obviously straight up. You're standing a certain distance away, in this case 200, and you're standing here, and so you're looking up at the building, and there's the angle of elevation as it's called, this angle down here. Once you've got that, you now label it up as usual. There's the right angle, so opposite the right angle is the hypotenuse, opposite the angle is the opposite side, and the one left must be the adjacent side. Then we solve it. What do? We write down the X and the 200, the two sides we've got. Look at that compared to the O and A, and there it is. And what's OA? In SOHCAHTOA terms, that's SOHCAHTOA. So what we've got O and A, it's that one. So it's tan of the angle 20. There's the angle 20 there. Now you've got a simple equation. This is dividing, so to get rid of it, you multiply. 200 times tan 20. Out comes the calculator, press the buttons, assume you can do that, and it comes out as 44.74. Show some more numbers, and then if they ask you to round it as they usually do, you round it to whatever they say, in this case 0.7, and I presume this would be meters for the building. Don't forget that's the building height, and you might then write down the height of the building is 44.7 meters to 1 dp. Again, remember, they're going to be asking you all the time about this quality of written communication. So at the end of an answer, write it in full, whatever it's talking about. Okay, question 2, what we got there? Question 2, picture, here we go, 1, 2, 3, not very well done, but there we go. And this time round, we're told the building height is 92, we're told we're 35 away from it, and this time they're asking me to find the angle. Again, label up the picture. There's H, there's the opposite, the angle. This time I know it's not an actual number, but Y is there, and here is the remaining one, the adjacent. So this time you write down the two sides again, 92 and 35 this time, which is O over A, which again is, from my good old SOHCAHTOA, it's tangent. I've picked another tangent example, but this time it's tan Y. Now here's the clever bit. How do we opposite this one? We go Y equals tan minus 1, that fraction. You now work out that fraction by dividing on the calculator, and you divide on the calculator to get the result. Okay, now at this point I always actually write in what I find is the value of this division, which in this case is 2.62. Okay, dot dot dot, goes on, and then I inverse tan, so this is the shift button for tan minus 1, and the answer comes out as 69.17. Okay, round it as ever, in this case it'll become 69.2, and I can't, 69.2. Sorry, I just can't hold the pen and paper at the same time. So 69.2. Okay, in an exam you never write it like that, so write it again, 69.2. Never overwrite figures. 69.2 is your answer. Okay, on we go with the next one. Third one, here's the picture yet again. Okay, you don't have to draw it this way around, but I always do. Okay, so what have we got this time? We've got height of the building, we've got the angle of elevation is 19, and this time the length from my eye to the top of the building is 320. So it's this way around this time. Again, label up, H there, O there, and A there. I know this is an H, that's height of the building, this is hypotenuse, O, H and A. What do we do as usual? H over the 320 is O over H this time. What's that for my SOHCAHTOA? SOHCAHTOA, don't even have to write it down, but there it is. It's SOH, so it's SO, sine of the angle 19. This is dividing, opposite is therefore times. Times sine 19. Press buttons, sine 19 times 320. Okay, and you get 104.18, and when you round that you'll get 104.2 meters. Again, I'm not writing the other words down. I should do. In the exam you write down height of building. Okay, I'm going to save myself time this time, but do write this down, that's important. Okay, where we got to now? Number 4. Okay, and there we've got, this time the height of the building is 216, the length is 280, and we're told to find the angle of elevation this time. There it is. Okay, so off we go again, opposite the right angle, H. Every time we do this, opposite the angle, O. Next one left is then A. So H first, then the O opposite the angle, wherever that is, and then the adjacent. We've got 216 over 280 is O over A. Back to my list, O over A is tan. Tan of the X this time. This is one of this sort, remember, so we do it the other way around. X is tan minus 1. The 216 over 280. We look that up. Remember, I've told you to write this down. So what is 10 minus 1 of that? It's 0.77, 0.7714, dot, dot, dot. That's the value, but the actual angle we want when we now press the second function, or the shift, to get the value is 37.64, dot, 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 round it, and we get 37.6, okay, meters. Number 5, getting there slowly. We have this time, and we've got one there. We've got a height. We've got 120 from me to the top of the building, and they tell me the angle is 38 this time. Angle of elevation is here again. What do we got? There's the big H opposite the right angle. There's the one opposite there. There's the adjacent. So what have I got? I've got H over 120 this time is O over big H. And O over big H is, yeah, it's sin of 38. Opposite of dividing is times, so it's 120 times the sine 38. What we got, press your buttons and you get 73.87. Round him up, 73.9. Okay, again, show that rounding by my little arrow method. Remember, you underline the one you're stopping at and you arrow that one. Meters, don't forget that either. And lastly, number 6, rushing away, but that's all we want is the answers here. There we go, and we've got 25 there, we've got 8 there, and we've got the angle again there this time. Label up H-O-A. What we got this time? 8 and 25. Not 25 and 8, because that would give you H over A. I want A over H. So A over H it is. And this time A over H from good old SOHCAHTOA is cos of the angle. So this time it's cos minus 1 of the 8 over 25. Press your buttons. 8 divided by 25, cos minus 1 is 0.32. And then when you look that up, you'll find that comes to be 71.3 when it's rounded. I've cheated there and left that stage out. There we have it then.